Today's episode of Dolly Transformations, we are tackling this large container of primarily Bratz featured in the Cuckoo for Kids haul video. This is filmed in July of 2023. I don't know when this is going to be up on my channel because I do space out my transformation videos, but just for a point of reference. We've had these dolls for a few days, but just because of like work schedules and stuff, and I knew I was filming this, we did not have time to tackle them, so now they are finally getting undressed. That's what Colleen is working on. So we have, the clothes need to be sorted really well because there's a lot of Bratz clothing, and if you didn't know about Bratz, their clothes are high quality, therefore they bleed. So it's really important when you wash denim Bratz items that you separate them, because believe me, I have tons of Bratz dolls and I've washed a lot of Bratz laundry over the years. The jeans are some of the worst offenders when it comes to bleeding, so you definitely want to separate them and put lots of color catchers in.
This Barbie was never undressed.
I know, it's sad. A lot of the clothes don't look like they were used. So yeah, you can see there's other things that Colleen has sorted, like purples and blacks, and then pinks and purples, and then other stuff. And some of the dolls are naked, but a lot of them are wearing at least parts of clothes. I have a cleaning station set up. I'm probably not going to be able to get through a lot of them right now, but I picked some candidates. We have diluted gel and water for finishing their styles once they're clean, conditioner, dish soap for cleaning bodies and hair, baking soda for cleaning bodies, and a selection of fine tooth and wide tooth combs, as well as a toothbrush for scrubbing. Ew, Brittany. What the heck is that? Ugh. Gross. And here I'm using conditioner to detangle the dolls. I start with the wide tooth comb and then follow with the fine tooth comb. And I don't know if you can tell, but I always hold their heads with one finger and wrap the rest of my hand around the base of their necks and like the top of their shoulders to keep the head stabilized, because these dolls are, you know, old. Some of them are 15 years old, some of them are 20 years old, and I don't want to add any stress to the neck if I can avoid it, because sometimes the heads will just crack from age. It's not uncommon for that to happen. I like to use the electric kettle for heating up the boil wash water. I don't know how I ever used to use the microwave for big batches like this, because I'd have to wait for each bowl to heat, and no matter like how good your microwave is, sometimes it gets tired after like a half an hour of straight boil washes. And the kettle heats it up evenly every time, and because of that, I feel like the quality of my boil washes has improved in the years since I bought this kettle, and it was really cheap. It was like $15, I think, at Walmart, and I use it for other things too. But I'm starting with the dolls that have Connect-Lawn hair, because you don't traditionally just leave them in the boil wash water, because Connect-Lawn hair needs to be babied. It will ball up and almost look like it's burned if you put it right away in the boil wash if the temperature was actually boiling. But obviously for like this Barbie and Me doll, her hair looked almost moldy because of how the Connect-Lawn had gotten gunky and frizzy with age. So it needed to be hot, but not super hot. So you can see that the dolls that were in the bowls while I poured the boiling water in, they all had like nylon, polypropylene, saran hair, the sturdier fibers that need more time to just sit and chill. And then the Connect-Lawn haired ladies like Hannah Montana and Wintertime Wonderland Yasmin and that Barbie and Me doll that I'm using in this clip, they got dunked after I finished filling up the bowls. And once the water cooled down a bit, I'd leave them in there, especially because this Barbie and Me doll had a lot of like little frizzy bits at the top of her part line, and so it's really important to spend your time using a very fine tooth comb, focusing on the part line around the hair line, and if they have earrings, make sure to really comb out around the earrings and don't leave any tangled hair there, because that can affect the overall finished product of their hair when it's done. And just taking the extra time when you do the boil wash makes a world of difference, and I'd rather have to do 2 boil washes back to back than be cheap about it and then wait for the doll to dry and then have to get them wet again. So that's why you can see here in this like non-sped up clip how much time I'm taking on each doll. And I did have to heat up the kettle again for the Connect-Lawn hair dolls, just because I felt like some of them needed even more time and more heat. Most of the time with plastic pieces, it's just easiest and most convenient to have them soak in water with dish soap and baking soda if they're particularly grimy, as I mentioned before. But when it comes to larger doll shoes like Bratz or My Scene, or even like really big Barbie boots, they hold on to dirt and grime. And Bratz shoes also tend to transfer paint because they're really thickly painted, so you'll get little paint rubs from the other pairs of shoes. So what I'll do is I'll let them soak in the soapy baking soda mixture, and then as you can see, I'll go through every single Bratz shoe and scrub them again with baking soda to actually work off anything that's set in, and also to help get off paint rubs. And I don't know if you'll see here, but I did do this. I took a little square of magic eraser, and if there were some really stubborn paint rubs that wouldn't come off with my fingernails, I would very gently work it off with the magic eraser. Now, a magic eraser is actually like a very fine sandpaper, basically. It's a foam pad that acts as like a sandpaper. So generally speaking, you do not want to use this on painted items or painted features on dolls. However, because of how thick Bratz shoes are painted, you can definitely gently wipe it off, and you'll just see the transferred paint come up, not the color of the actual shoe. And also, like, it depends on where on the shoe you're rubbing, because the entire shoe isn't painted. There's usually like a base color that the plastic was cast in, and that's totally fine if you use a magic eraser on that, because it's colored all the way through. So like the bare feet, for instance, those aren't painted. But I like to take the extra time to clean these properly, because Bratz shoes are some of the worst offenders for being dirty. And when I first started collecting them as an adult and buying them secondhand, I didn't realize this, and at some point when I started cleaning them and I saw the difference, I had to go through all of my Bratz shoes, including all of the ones on display, and there's probably like 100 pairs that I had to scrub in one sitting. It's just really important when you go to dry them to rinse them well, and then to tap them, because they have little peg holes for their feet, and you don't want water just chilling and like getting moldy in there. So there's still these dolls who I'm gonna have to do later, and then we have all of these clothes drying. I don't have a second standing fan because our other one that we had died years ago. I have to put this one on the hamper, but these clothes in the front, a lot of them should be dry, so I'm gonna check and like move things positions as stuff dries and put the dry stuff in here. And then these are the dolls that are still drying. 3 of them are all set.
So in the afternoon, after I had come back from work, we decided to tackle the rest of the dolls because the first round I had dried, and it was humid out, which is part of why I didn't want to wash them all in one go. But usually I am quite ambitious, and I absolutely hate having dirty dolls lie around. I'm not the kind of person who likes to leave projects like this to build up. It really bothers me. So we did this later that day. I filmed like quite a bit of it, but we were listening to music the whole time, so I have to do voiceover for this because, you know, music is copyrighted. But you can see that we were working together. Originally, I cleaned the dolls and stuff by myself because Colleen was working on the laundry, and it took a long time for her to hang up all those clothes. There was a lot of pieces of clothing, but it went a lot faster when she was here to help me. So she doesn't feel too confident like actually scrubbing the dolls, and I admit I have like really high standards of hygiene for them. So I would clean their bodies with the dish soap and the baking soda, as you saw before, and sometimes a magic eraser because some of these dolls were pretty scary. And then Colleen would do their hair, and at some point I got way ahead of her and I had finished cleaning all their bodies, so I went through and washed their hair twice and then started detangling. People work at different speeds. I'm pretty efficient, but Colleen's always just been slower at doing things, so just bear that in mind. Like, we all have our own speed at doing things, and what might take me 15 minutes might take you an hour, or what might take me an hour might take you 15 minutes. So just enjoy the process. I really like cleaning dolls. I find it super therapeutic, especially when I'm listening to music. And these were the boil washes for the second round. I did have to heat up the kettle a few times because there were more dolls than could fit in these bowls. And the nice thing about the kettle is I can actually use some of the bigger bowls. Like the biggest one here has a metal rim, so I was never able to use that in the microwave. And I'm doing the same process of leaving the Connect Lawn Hair dolls out of the bowl and keeping all of the Saran Hair dolls in. And I tend to use the top of my stove when I'm doing a large batch of dolls, just because there's like the detangling station on the other counter, and we don't have like loads of counter space, and this is right by the outlet where I plug in the kettle, so it makes it really handy. And then I'd put the dolls on the edge of the sink so Colleen could rinse them and gel them, which you'll see in the next clip. So my secret to shiny doll hair and helping style is to use gel. I get asked this all the time. What gel do I use? What's the ratio? I think people will have this idea that I use really expensive products, but I don't. This bottle that I just showed you is the cheapest one I could find at Walmart, and I always buy the cheapest brand. And you just put in about 2 teaspoons to 8 ounces of water. I have a professional color bottle that I had since beauty school that I've pretty much exclusively used for gel. But you can use a spray bottle, or you can buy, like, they have them in the, like, baking section for, I don't know, cooking. You can buy a bottle like that, and I always drizzle a ton of it generously on their hair. And you can see in the previous clip where I was taking gel out of the bottle, it was really hot, and it was a brand new bottle of gel, so it came out super fast, way more than I usually would use. And you don't want too much gel or it gets sticky, but you don't want too little or it doesn't make a difference. So that ratio I mentioned before is kind of like the magic, and it also makes the hair smell really good. So one of my hacks to tightening loose doll heads that are quite wobbly is to pop the head off and then take some fishing line or elastic or a ribbon, whatever you want to tie around the neck joint. So right below the like circular disc part that sits inside the head, you just wrap whatever you want around the base, tie it really tightly, and that prevents it from wiggling around. So this Formal Funk Super Stylin' Nevra, she had a really wobbly head, so while her head was squishy from the boil wash water, I just popped it off. I like fish line because it won't decay like a hair elastic will, and it won't fray like a ribbon, but I have used those in the past. I just prefer the fish line, and I can pull it really tight with pliers, as you can see I'm doing here, and it made her head really nice and tight. You'd never know it had gotten loose. Sometimes it just happens from play or stress on the neck, and even though her head was soft after, it still wasn't loose.
So presently, my studio is covered in doll clothes that we washed yesterday. I have them grouped in piles, so when Colleen gets bags of things we already have pieces to, they're all together. And I'm still working on identifying a few things, trying to figure out if they go to any of the dolls that we got. And then the dolls are all on the desk, which there's a little chaos because there's a few old dolls hanging out here too. But that's what this is looking like right now. So my Fashion Pixies Brianna doll now has properly fitting pants and the skirt thing. These go to Lena, not her, but before she was wearing Formal Funk Nevra's pants with this, but the top still works, so I'm really happy. I've had her since the last big lots of Bratz I got back in 2017, the Bratz Blitz lot. And Miss Sonia is getting an outfit upgrade. So I got pieces of her, I believe, in the Bratz Sky bin. And I had to wash the shirt a bunch because it had a permanent marker Sharpie mark on it. And you can see how much like brighter this is. Same with the rest of the pieces of clothing. And I didn't have her shoes before, so she was borrowing those, but now she has these. She has really moved up in life. I got her at the Salvation Army naked and dirty many, many years ago. So Colleen brought up a bunch of bags.
I mean a bunch.
And those are ones we already put clothes in. So we're trying to tame the chaos. Obviously I'm still working on photographing some things, but we're getting there.
But like if I know she needs new pieces, like we got a new shirt for Bratz Kidz Yaz, so I'm like leaving that out. And then she needs to mend Chloe's Yasmin's bag, so I just set that aside. But like if it was something that we don't need up here right now, I'm just putting it away.
So Jeannie Magic Jade also got some stuff. She got this shirt, which I didn't have before. I already had pants like this, but I got another pair of them and some duplicated shoes, so yay for Jade. And some exciting old doll update news. I did end up getting more of Sunkissed Summer Sasha's pieces. So I've had my doll since 2011. She was from Craigslist 1. And I always had her bikini bottoms, but not the top. Just got the top. And I did not have this belt, and I did not have these shorts, or the surfboard. And then you can see here that the new blue tank top is a lot nicer than the one that she's wearing. It's very exciting. And then my Hot Summer Days Fiona, who actually I bought her, and she had a chunk of hair cut out of the top of her head, and that's why there's that blonde streak there. So I actually had to partially reroute her, and she just got her sandals and this skirt, and these are repackaged pieces. I don't know if I just didn't realize it at the time when I got her, but she has those, and she even came with sunglasses. Well, I even got the sunglasses. Magic Hair Chloe also got her shoes. I only had one of them before, and I got a pair in this lot. And this doll, I got her in a really bad way, so she's slowly gotten pieces to her over the years. I'm presently working on deconstructing some kid jewelry that was in this lot. So this was like a little bracelet for a kid, and that was a ring. I always try to save and repurpose things like this because these beads are perfectly wonderful for doll jewelry, and I don't have a lot of purple seed beads, and I think the color scheme of these will work wonderfully for the Funky Little Sasha from this lot, so I think I'm going to be able to use some of them right away. So I finished taking apart the bracelet. I wasn't able to save all of the sequins because some of them got bent from having to pull out the elastic cord, but I'm going to save these because I like to use these with resin, and I really don't have that many sequins for resin making. I have these, so I'm just going to put them in that bag. And then these are all the purples, which I'm going to use some of these definitely for Miss Sasha. And I have these little jars that I use. And I can put it in here with some of my other seed beads. I used to make like all of my doll jewelry with different seed beads and like the bugle beads, I believe they're called. So I have so many. But I haven't bought any in years. They're great for dolls.
I filmed some clips of me making earrings for most of the dolls from this lot. By the time I was on the last couple of pairs, it was too dark and the room was dimly lit, so I did not film all of them, but the majority. This pair was for Lip Smacker Birthday Teresa. She did not have her original outfit, nor did I have it in storage, so my sister and I picked out this really rosy Barbie outfit for her to wear instead, and I made these earrings to match. The jump rings that are heart-shaped were really fun to try out. I had gotten them through like the Amazon Vine program, and I'm always using heart charms and things for dolls, so I thought they'd be cool to test out. And they come in all kinds of fun colors, and they happen to be the exact shade of pink I wanted for this outfit. And they make a reappearance here with Rock Angel's Roxy. Now, I do have the spare pair of earrings that came with my reproduction doll, but I could not resist using the black and red heart jump rings on this lady. And the fun thing about Bratz dolls is they have such oversized heads that you can use a lot more bling on them than you can with the average fashion doll. And this pair of earrings was for my Funk and Glow Sasha. You might recognize these little beads. Those I took apart earlier in this video from the bracelet and ring that were for kids to wear, and they were this really cool kind of like muted multiple shades of purple, and that was exactly what I wanted for her pair of earrings. And I also added little like multicolored balls. They kind of almost look galaxy-ish. And I did a few stacks of these. You can see I'm prepping them, and I also have some solid gold balls that I'm pairing to break up all the purple. And I was inspired by some other pairs of Funk and Glow earrings I made in the past, back when I used to use a lot of like chains and baubles hanging off the chains, so I made faux chains out of jump rings, so there was more space to hang these cool little bead stacks. This was a simple pair that I made for my Hannah Montana. Although she has a rather small head, she could get away with wearing the star charms that I got at Michael's from the kids section. Usually these are better for like American girls, but I have used them on smaller dolls. And this was a pair I made for Sleepover Adventure Megan. She has a really fun outfit. She actually has both outfits because I had one in storage, and these will match both outfits. But honestly, if I decided to dress her in the other pajamas and I felt so inspired to make her a different pair of earrings, I totally would, because in case you can't tell, I love any excuse to make doll earrings. I have actual factory Bratz earrings, like quite a few of them in storage, and I'd rather use handmade ones because I think it's fun. And this was a pair I made just to go with the class fashion pack, I want to say. No, one of the Bratz fashion packs for the kids dolls that I made for my Duplicated World Family's Yasmin. I have a nice version of her that I got in 2011 with Portia, and she has her factory earrings, so this lady is just a fashion pack model, and these brown seed beads paired with some colorful ones matched the stripes on her outfit. And here I'm making a very simple, tasteful pair, at least for me, for Ballerina Dreams Barbie, who is wearing a skating outfit. Neither of my Ballerina Dreams Barbies currently have their original outfits, so they both wear other things, but my other doll, my first one, has her factory earrings. But these are very simple, very tasteful. They'd match a wide variety of things. This pair was for my manicure bedroom Dana. I used different shaped polymer clay beads. They were flowers and flat circular ones that complemented the colors of her cute little jammies. And in this clip, which I filmed very early in the morning while my sister was in bed, I show how my old Alex Russo doll is wearing the new doll's spare outfit.
I thought I'd show you a comparison of the original 2005 Rock Angel's Roxy, who I got in this lot, and my 2022 re-release for like the 20 years line. So if you look, you can see that the doll on the doll on the right has a lot more glittery makeup. Now, I don't know, the thing about the glitter on the Bratz dolls is it does come off with a lot of play, because my childhood Wintertime Wonderland Dana barely has glitter left, and I have a bunch of the original Rock Angels dolls, and the others have like a lot of glitter like this. I just only have this one Roxy, so I'm not sure, but she doesn't really seem to have any glitter on her face. And you can see there's some differences in lip color. It's not showing up as much on camera, but hers are a little bit more like muted in color. It's more of a skin color, whereas hers is more of like a pink. But they're pretty darn close. Like, I definitely feel that the 20 Years doll captures the essence of the original. I actually think she's a little bit prettier. And the hairstyle is the same, which is cool. I think she actually has some kind of nylon. It's hard to tell because I put a lot of diluted gel in it. But, and also this shirt is different than the one that was originally sold with Roxy, because this is a spare outfit that came to my 20 Years Rock Angels doll. But I think that she's a really good doppelganger. And the best way to tell when you get the dolls, if like in several years when these start turning up secondhand, is the new ones have codes on their backs, whereas the old ones, they didn't start printing codes on dolls until 2008. So I think that it's really cool having both of them. I love seeing the comparison, and it's fun seeing the original versus the re-release and seeing how great of a job MGA really did. Thought I'd just show how much nicer my new Phoebe is than my old Phoebe. Not in terms of hair, because this lady had like some bangs cut. As you can see, the child liked to add bangs like that. But she has, maybe it's hard to tell on camera, I feel like her glitter is in better shape and her face is overall a lot brighter. But this is my old Phoebe. I've had her for a while. She does not have her outfit. She's wearing this cute little fashion pack, and apparently I decided not to put her hair in 2 ponytails, but it is thatched in the back for 2 ponies. Wizards of Waverly Place fashion gift set, Alex Russo. Before. And we have Alex Russo after. I did have to wash this shirt a second time because it was stained, but the stain is all gone. And she looks really nice. And her spare outfit dressed up my old Alex, which was fun. And it's interesting that she looks like she's got the Mary-Kate and Ashley body mold, but it's dated 2009, so they must have made some slight modification to it. And I believe this is her own head mold too, Selena Gomez. Fashion Collection, Hannah Montana. Before. Fashion Collection, Hannah after. She was pretty complete. She had both of her outfits and her hair, which is Connectlon, which is very interesting because she's a play-along doll, which is a division of Jakks Pacific, and those dolls are notorious for having nylon hair, but she actually, and my other Hannahs, also have Connectlon. And I made her these really cool earrings. These are kind of like big stars that I got from the kids section at Michael's, but they actually really work for like the Hannah Montana vibe. I've always found Hannah dolls kind of ugly, but they're still cool nonetheless. They have some really awesome outfits. Born to Make You Happy, Britney. Before. We have Born to Make You Happy, Britney Spears. I love her short bob. It makes her so unique. And I do find Britney dolls from time to time, just not very complete, but I had her skirt and she's wearing pieces to another Britney doll. And yeah, she has nylon hair because she's made by Play Along. I haven't seen any Britney dolls that have nicer quality hair so far in my years of collecting. Three Musketeers, Mini Musketeers, Vivica. Before. We have Mini Musketeers, Vivica. She was already pretty nice, but she had her outfit, and she's got this really cute, like mid-2000s Kelly facial screening. Fairy-tastic Barbie before. We have Fairy-tastic Princess Barbie after. So this doll has pink in her hair, which I love, and I do have a doll just like her, but mine that I've had since 2015 did not have her wings nor her headband. And also a cool difference, I put my other doll away unfortunately, but this lady has straight non-bending legs, so like the hollow style, whereas my other one has regular bend and snap where it like clicks. Fascinating. 2009 quote Black Friday Princess Barbie before. We have Princess Barbie wearing this holiday outfit. So her hair looked beautiful curly, but it's Connectlon, so it went straight in the wash, and I just don't have it in me to curl Connectlon hair when I put the dolls away or even on display anymore, just because it's a hygiene issue. It always gets so like frizzy and stuff. I just prefer it to be super sleek, and I think she looks very pretty. She's got this really fascinating face. She's definitely one of my most interesting Barbies from this time frame. Beach Party Summer before. Beach Party Summer after. She was given a little haircut by her previous owner. Little like face framing layers, but I think they look cute. And I found this Mycene top that actually matches her swimsuit bottoms quite nicely, and since she has the beach feet, I feel like she would look most appropriate in swimwear. And this is her hair from the back. It looks kind of greasy-ish. It's because she has some glue that's finishing leaking out. It's not sticky anymore really, but it is like kind of waxy feeling. Potty Training Pops Barbie, the blonde version. Potty Training Pups Blonde Barbie after. She already had her outfit. It's not much of a difference here, but she's super cute. And her hair is really sleek and shiny. Potty Training Pups Barbie, the AA version. We have AA Potty Training Pups Barbie after, who again also had her outfit. And has super sleek neckline hair. I love having the African American version of really any Barbie, but it's especially cool that I got her and the blonde together. Barbie and Me before. She has a lot of this like gross graying neckline. Barbie and Me Barbie. So much nicer. She had what I define as moldy looking neckline. It wasn't actually moldy, but it just gets really gross. So I spent a lot of time on her part line, and she happened to have her whole outfit, and she's kind of like slightly homely looking, but I have a fondness for Barbies from this era because when I first started collecting again back in 2011, these Barbies were pretty common to find at the flea market. SeaWorld Trainer Barbie before. Her hair is all matted and in her face. That's her under there. I Can Be SeaWorld Trainer Barbie. You couldn't even appreciate her face before. And now look, she's got this gorgeous saran hair. Her hair is like what I define as a butter saran. It is amazing. And I did have her outfit already, but the one that she came with was in better condition, so she went back in that. And this doll does have head mold variations, so this is the 98 head mold. There are ones that come with the more unattractive 2005 mold. And I've wanted this doll for years because I love that she's SeaWorld Barbie, and it's really cool finally having her. Hot Skating Barbie before. Hot Skating Barbie after. So she's in this really cute fashion play outfit. I did have two of the hot skating leotards that they're supposed to wear, like jumpsuits, but Winter Sport Barbie is also packaged in that, and I got Winter Sport Barbie at some point, so she's just gonna have to wait. I put her hair in all these twists because a lot of the dolls had twists in their hair because the kid had a hair twister. I think it came with Magic Hair Chloe that was not in this lot. And so I thought as like a tribute to that, I would put twists in a lot of their hair. Ballerina Dreams Barbie before. Wearing this little clone outfit. We have Ballerina Dream Barbie after. So her hair was really easy to style, and I made her these cute little earrings. She's not my first doll like this, but she's actually a little bit nicer than my other one that I've had for a long time, so if I ever get the original outfit, it'll go on her. Lip Smacker Birthday Teresa before. We have Lip Smacker Birthday Teresa after. Can we just appreciate these earrings? I love these jump rings. I got them on Amazon. They're fantastic. So she's in this really rosy Barbie outfit that fits her style. And this is her hair. She's really cool looking. I love that she has the Barbie head mold instead of the Teresa mold. Like, she's not an attractive Teresa doll per se, but she's super cool looking. 2003 Wintertime Wonderland Yasmin before. She has this like really big chunk of hair that I believe has been cut in the front. We have Wintertime Wonderland Yasmin after. She's wearing this fashion pack. Which is great because Keelan used to wear this fashion pack on display, but then I got a different fashion pack I wanted to put on Keelan, so now she will be modeling it. That's her neckline hair, very shiny. She has these clips in the front because she has cut bangs around the side of her face, and even after boil washing a second time, they still kind of puffed up once they dried, like they stuck out a bit. So I'm using these clips to kind of help hold them down for now. Funk Out Fiona before. Now she has the same face as the Style and Salon and Spa dolls, and also the Sunkissed Summer Splash and Dance Pool doll who was just repackaged. But this one here, she has ear holes, so that's how you can tell them apart. And that's her nasty hair. Funk Out Fiona after, and we also got most of her outfit pieces and shoes in this lot, which was cool. And this is her saran hair. It's got really beautiful blonde highlights. I always loved this Fiona. I had the spa one growing up. Obviously I still have her. And it's cool because MGA just re-released this doll, but like with less stuff, so it's cool getting the original. 2003 Funk and Glow Sasha. We have Funk and Glow Sasha after. She's probably my favorite from this lot, and she did have like her outfit pieces for the most part, but I already had some. I decided to put this cute little twist in her hair, and you can see she's got like a little twist around the back of her beautiful ponytail, and I made her these really fun earrings, and she's all glittery and fabulous. Now I'm only missing Yasmin from this wave, which PS 2003 Funk and Glow Yasmin has been one of like my grail Bratz dolls forever, like since I was a kid, and I almost bought her at Kmart. And I have priced her out on eBay before, but she was always like a little more than I wanted to pay, and I don't even want to look at the prices right now. Strut It Jade. Part of her factory hairstyle is in, but most of it's out. Strut It Jade after. Colleen picked some really cute outfits for them. So she's got these cute little buns I did, because I have two other Strut It Jades wearing both looks. So she was kind of just like a fun doll to dress however I wanted, but I wanted to make her hair different in case I ever do put her in a Strut It Jade outfit too. 2003 Wintertime Wonderland Dana before. Someone put these cute little twists in her hair. And her glitter is still really nice. Wintertime Wonderland Dana after. So I already have my childhood doll and another one that I got back in 2015 at the flea market. So I did not require Dana's services for modeling that outfit on display. So Colleen put her in these kind of random pieces. But I have, it's literally a 2-gallon bag of Wintertime Wonderland Dana pieces, which were later repackaged on 2003 Wintertime Wonderland Chloe. So this doll is an amazing seller because I just always find her clothes, so I could easily dress an army of Danas, but it's more fun since I'm putting her on a display to dress her in something random. Ooh la la Dana before. More like oh no no Dana. We have Ooh La La Dana after. I can't believe this outfit was left tabbed together like it was never used. And I did actually mate one of these shoes with one I had already because she was missing one. And my old Dana, as you saw, got outfit pieces. And something else I noticed is my old Dana must have had cut hair. Someone cut it up to like where this blonde layer ends. But I guess I didn't notice, even though I have Kumi, and Kumi has quite long hair. Formal Funk, Super Stylin' Runway Disco, Nevra, who we are naming Alaska, because my other dolls like this are named after states. We have Formal Funk, Super Stylin' Runway Disco, Nevra, aka Alaska. I have 3 of these dolls. My childhood one was named Nevada. That's what I called her when I was growing up. And then I got my second one in Craigslist 2 in 2011, and I named her Arizona. And this one is Alaska. And I gave her little twists and a bun. And this fashion pack was actually in the lot. Not these shoes, but this fashion pack was. And I did not previously have these shirts, the short shirt or pants. Jet Set Playset Katja before, from 2008. We have Jet Set Playset Katja, who had her whole outfit and even her earrings. She does have some slight staining that I'm gonna have to take care of later, but we have a lot of like pollution right now from the Canadian wildfires, so it's really affecting the sun. It's always kind of hazy outside, so my stain removal treatments haven't been as effective, and I'd rather just put her out when I have better sun. But she's got beautiful hair. First edition Chloe before. We have first edition Chloe after. I have a bunch of this doll. She's very common, and there was obviously a second Chloe in this lot based on the duplicated pieces. But they're always fun to dress because they dress so well. Colleen picked out this Princess Roxy outfit and paired it with some shoes. And I decided to have fun and style her hair in a little pony. I do have first edition Chloe pieces she could wear, but I like dressing my Bratz in random clothes if I... Sunkissed Summer Sasha before. We have Sunkissed Summer Sasha after, wearing her outfit. I did not have these shorts before, and my old Sasha got a better skirt to wear and a belt. So I did not style her hair up in the small ponytail. I kind of left it all down because I thought it was like very flattering style, and that way I can tell her apart from my other doll. She's so cute. This Sasha will always have a special place in my heart because I got my first one in Craigslist 1 back in 2011, and I was so excited because I love Sunkissed Summer. 2005 Rock Angels Roxy before. Rock Angels Roxy, the original, the amazing. And I made her these really cool heart earrings. And she's wearing my re-releases outfit, except these shoes, because they were only packaged one pair of shoes, and luckily that's like the one thing I got in this lot, along with a pair of her pants. She has really cool hair. It's like crimped, and it's red, and it's black. She is awesome. Super Secret Manicure Bedroom Dana before. Super Secret Manicure Bedroom Dana. She had her outfit. These are just bare feet I already had that she's borrowing, and I made her some cute little earrings. And her hair is interestingly Kanekalon, which you don't see too often on Bratz Kidz or really Bratz dolls in general for chunks of time anyways. But she's not my only kid to have Kanekalon, just one of the few. She's so adorable. Horseback Fun Dana before. Horseback Fun Dana after. One of the other lucky cuties from this lot to have parts of her outfit. These are not her shoes. These go to my third edition Yasmin. But I made her some earrings. She's adorable. I did have a Dana before from the Winter Vacation line, but now I have 3 Danas. And you can see she's got a really clean part line. Her hair is super shiny saran. First edition Kids Yasmin before. First edition Yasmin after. Now she had this shirt, which I previously did not have, so I undressed my other first edition Yasmin and gave this doll the skirt and the shoes, and because I thought I went with this tank top. And you can see she's got really shiny saran hair, and I did style her hair a little bit differently from my other Yasmin so I could easily tell them apart. She's very cute. Forever Diamonds Kids Yasmin before. Forever Diamonds Yasmin after. I've had pieces to her outfit since 2011. She was part of the first lot, Craigslist 1, where I got my very first Bratz Kidz, this outfit was. And over the years I must have acquired other pieces to it, like the shoes, and not realized they were hers. So actually, by getting this doll, I caught some like missing items that I could have pictured on my Flickr. So I did have to redo her hairstyle completely. I even put a little twist in. And she has beautiful highlights. I love the Forever Diamonds dolls. They're so cute. I've had Chloe for a long time, so it's really awesome having Yasmin. Sleepover Adventure Megan before. She's so cute. Sleepover Adventure Megan after. That's what her hair looks like, all sleek and shiny, and I put little clips in, and I made her some earrings. And I did put her in the pajamas she came with, just because I have The other pair of pajamas, I got them years ago, but I want to wash them first, and I use those a lot on display anyway, so it's really exciting having this doll. I got pieces to her way back in 2011 as part of the quote Craigslist #1 bin, and that was when I got my very first Bratz Kidz, and I was super bummed when I identified those pajamas as belonging to Megan that she wasn't in the bin, and she is currently my first and only Kidz Megan. Winter vacation Phoebe before. She has a big section of hair that's been cut over here. And you can see her thatching's kind of messed up in the back. Whoops. Winter vacation Phoebe. So she had pieces to her outfits. This is actually super secret. Ice Cream Lodge Vanessa's shirt, who was not in this bin, but that shirt was in there for some reason. She was the only kid to have her shoes, and she did have this little haircut, these bangs, but I was able to sort them out. They were actually cut pretty well, and you can see she's got a nice clean thatch line, and her hair is super shiny. I love Kidz Phoebe. I think she is so adorable. World Family's Yasmin before. Barely recognizable, girl. Where have you been? What have you been doing? And we have World Family's Yasmin. She's sold with Portia. So ironically, Portia's outfit was like pretty much entirely in this bin, but this doll only had her pants. But that's okay because I have lots of fashion packs, and I already have World Family's Yasmin. And her hair looks a lot better. Her hair was like pretty wild before. She actually has a lot more hair than my other doll for some reason. And I don't know if you can tell, like in the lighting, you see those like bubbles? That's not dirt. Something happened with her plastic where it like separated, and it was already like that when I got her, but I don't know if she was like burned or if it's some factory error, but it's bubbled. Poor little thing. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Dolly Transformations. There will be pictures of these dolls and the things that belong to them on my Flickr. Feel free to check it out if you're interested in seeing those. You don't need a Flickr to view the photos. And until next time, love your dolls, love yourself, and love your life.